Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston. As much as I hated that voice crack, and that's probably not a good way to actually reintroduce my way to being back, but hey, whatever is genuine and natural is genuine and natural. Whatever is whatever, right? But as of now, I'm back. And better than ever! Here for YouTube. I'm sorry my hiatus was so long. And I know I have a lot of explaining to do when it comes to that hiatus. And I apologize because it was right at the cusp of just almost being there to hit 100 subscribers. I'm 3 away. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the content I was bringing you guys and the reviews that were coming, everything. It's all going to be back. Not Raw, no, but Raw. The SmackDown Live reviews are going to be back. Lucha Underground. I don't know. Maybe we'll see where NXT goes after Brooklyn. I don't know. Maybe give it a couple. I don't know. All that stuff is iffy. But Lucha Underground and SmackDown Live and pay-per-view stuff like Extreme Rules, which will be reviewed this Sunday. And I may try a live. No, because I'm always talking to somebody during pay-per-views, friends or whatever. So I don't know how an Extreme Rules live thing will work out. And excuse me if I sound a bit stuffed up. I'm a bit congested. I don't know why. I just woke up that way this morning. It was weird. But hey, whatever happened, well, what's happening is happening. So you can't really do anything about that. So, I mean, otherwise, the last 6 months of my life have been a bit wild, to say the least. So, this is where I sound like a complete pussy. We've all experienced heartbreak, right? I mean, I know we all have. So, the best way to really explain this is, and I just want to bring you guys into my life for just 1 second. We all have that one person in life. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. Everybody who watches me at this point in time has had a point where they've fallen for someone and they've fallen really hard, right? So you've fallen for that someone. You've fallen for them really hard, and you think or thought this is the one for you. No matter what, this is the one for you. Well, with this one person, I'm going to long story short this so we can get to the actual long story. I fought for this girl for 1.5 years, and I obtained the girl that I wanted. Her name was Angel, and I mean, she was rather different. She was rather different in the sense of we connected and bonded over almost everything. We could start conversations from nothing and make them into something that was never expected or that you never just thought you'd talk about in general, things like that. I fought for her. I got her. And then there was a guy who she had dated in the past. I hated this guy at one point. I'm sorry. I'm just my PlayStation updated, so I'm just turning it back on for the instructions. But I hated the guy at one point because when I thought I was going to date her, at one point he took her from me, and I was just like a sign. I was like, "Hey, you shouldn't go back to that. That's not really a smart idea. What the hell are you doing?" And it's just like I was always like, "I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt before I'm going to just cast judgment." And I'm too nice of a person when it comes to things like that, is what I guess I'm seeing here. And I guess the thing was, hold on, let me adjust the audio real quick here. I guess the thing is with that is just I took a bad step in judgment. I don't know how else to put it. So when it came to her, I was really willing to give anything a shot. But like I said, the one guy that I was basically scared that something would happen with, I basically told this guy, me and her were dating, like a couple of days after we started, and I'm like, Because I'm. She's a senior in high school. Obviously, we know I'm about 20 years old, and she's 18. I told the guy who went to her school, who's also another one of my close friends now, to basically keep an eye on the guy because I knew he would try because, she was single. Well, we kept the relationship on the DL so people wouldn't get involved. But basically, fast forward a couple months later, I told him to keep an eye on her for me. He did. And they ended up kissing. And let me tell you how deeply sunk and invested I was in this. It came to a point where I was so invested that I basically fell into this little, I fell into this, I wouldn't say a manipulation trap, because I don't know, because this is what she put herself out there to be. And up to that point, it had been proven that she had never lied to me. Like, it's further proven as I can honestly tell. Yeah, she hadn't lied to me. So I had believed everything she said, given her 110% of my trust. And just her lying to me seemed like a foreign concept. So she did this. My world was broken and collapsed. I had told her 1,000 times, I don't want him being involved. I don't want him being involved. It just happened. And from there, I was just like mentally shaken. Like, I didn't know how to comprehend what happened, or how I was supposed to move on from there, or how I was supposed to take the next step and just say, hey, let's move forward with this. Let's act like it never happened and move on. Because she didn't help it. She had feelings for him as well. And come to find out, there was messages I seen that they were flirting for well over a month and stuff like that. And you think after that, hey, you leave, right? You leave, right? Nah. I'm the dummy who wants to stay. So that being said, I stay. We do nothing but argue January, February, March, April, and I'm May. This one on December until now. This is practically 6 months of mental emotional trauma. It was like arguments that got like really heated. One time she even tried committing suicide by taking pills. I mean, this got really deep. And I'm gonna give you guys the whole cutting edge story of it all, because it got real. Like, I would scream my head off at her, and I was never like a violent person. Like, I would yell and scream at her, like I would be verbal about things. But if it ever came to a situation where it was like that in person, I would never, ever, and ever in the world ever put my hands on a female. That's just not who I am. That's not what I'm about. Never. So basically, last Monday came to a breaking point where it's just like, after a bunch of things that went down, it's just not even worth explaining at this point. After a bunch that went down, where I was basically confronting her at every attempt. Oh, I think there's another guy. I think there's another guy. Stuff like that. Because at another point, I found out another guy she was flirting with while we were like seriously arguing. Which is like, I'm not giving her the benefit of the doubt there, but I can understand you lose feelings. But still, at the same time, you were basically acting like at the same time that you. So if you didn't want something to do with me, you should have cut ties then and there. If you had feelings for a whole other guy. Because I'm a guy, once I get that personally deep with you, it's like, there's no such thing as a friendship afterward. It's either relationship or bust. And I'm sorry I'm that guy, but that's just how I look at it. Like, I would resent that person, and I seem like a dick for saying these things, but it's my honest opinion, and I'm gonna be 100% straightforward with you guys on that. It's my honest opinion. Further following, like, I was so like, just, I need to make her happy. I want to make her happy. The more I make her happy, the more I can probably get things to go back to normal. So I sacrificed. It was a combination of two things. One, my mental state of mind was just like, I'm like mentally gone. Like, I would watch every single bit of wrestling that I would usually, but because of how mentally messed up I was and like how gone my mind was, I wasn't like, I didn't have the drive to want to do YouTube. I'm not going to say I couldn't. I didn't have the drive. I forced myself to do that takeover before WrestleMania and the WrestleMania reviews. I forced myself to do those. There was a SmackDown in between that time. I'm like, I thought I was good. I thought I was A-okay. I thought I was fine. But I wasn't. After that SmackDown, I didn't do anything else from there. So literally, consistent YouTube content for me has not flowed out in 6 months, and I feel really bad about it. And now I want to address this now, so I can get a SmackDown. So I can get a SmackDown DIY wrestling podcast out tonight, and I can get a Lucha Underground DIY wrestling podcast out tomorrow. Those two things I definitely want to pop out, because this is tonight that fatal 5-way for SmackDown, and tomorrow all night long for Lucha Underground, which honestly I don't see a review for. I see more of like a live reaction to that, because I'm a lonely Lucha nerd. I have a couple friends who watch, but like I don't have like just an infinite collection in my phone that I can just scroll through and just, hey, let's watch Lucha Underground. Hey, turn to the Rey Network. Let's watch Lucha Underground. So I'll probably just live react, because realistically, that's the best thing that I can do. Mundo versus Mac, Lucha Underground tomorrow. All I have to say is, there may be reviews that do come up late, because it's that time of year where like I get a lot of people who just pop up with, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Trust me. Every Tuesday, every Wednesday, from here on out, on a consistent basis, everything is back. And Angel is out of my life now, so these things are going to be able to happen. Now, I'll just say what I've been doing since then. I'll be honest, I've been being a bit of a child, because she's like, oh, because basically she was basically a liar and a cheater toward the end. And then she was acting like a child because of it, and then like BSing all of our friends, trying to make me sound like I'm the bad guy, trying to convince them that I'm the bad guy in the situation when I'm totally not. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Trying to make me seem like the bad guy when I'm totally not. And from there, it's just like, okay, that was a thing that happened. That was something that you really, okay. So I've been being a child, and I've been posting truthful things about her over social media like Snapchat, because that's the only place she still has me, and she continues to look at it. So obviously, she cares about what I'm doing. So I'll continue to tell the truth to people until she wants to completely get me out of her life. Otherwise, it's not affecting me. I'm just like, I'm a vengeful person right now, because you put me through 6 months of emotional trauma that I have never went through in my life like that. Like, obviously, like I said, we've all gone through some kind of emotional trauma. We're just like upset or whatever. Not even trauma, just like we're all emotional over something or someone, or just we're frustrated about the way things happen. But hey, it is what it is, I guess, because I'm moving forward. We're moving forward. This channel is moving forward. We got an abrupt halt, and it's whatever, dude. We're moving forward. And tonight, the Gender World Tour rolls on. We're back on the Gender Brigade, people. SmackDown Live. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, my explanation. I guess I should give my thoughts on the product real quick. If I'm going to Raw, which once again, I will not be reviewing anytime soon. It's just like that whole "This Is Your Life" Bailey thing last night was really the reason why I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not touching the show with a 10-foot pole. But Raw has just been literally, it's just been the most bipolar thing every time. It's been good, it's been bad, or it's been meh, or it's been eh. Last night, up until This Is Your Life segment, excuse me, up until the This Is Your Life segment, it was pretty good. Afterward, so take that for what it may be. The main event was pretty solid. The Cruiserweight thing, I guess they had to make Aries look some kind of strong some way. And excuse me, guys, hold on. My nose is like really getting stuffed here. I need a tissue. And yeah, like I said, the main event was pretty good. You know what? I think I might as well probably just, yeah. But SmackDown has since Road Dogg, it seems like I started booking the shows. It's been pretty solid. I mean, solid. I'm sorry. No, it has been far from that. Since it seems like Road Dogg has started booking, the show has kind of took a downhill tilt. Like nothing like Raw bad, like when it like Raw like just throws zero effort in. I mean, just like downhill tilt in like the sense of this is a really great show at one point, and now it's just like they can't consistently put together like 3 solid weeks of TV. It's usually like a meh week, like a oh my god, clap 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 type of thing, or or like no, it's like yay, boo, and then you just have this feeling where it's like there were some things that took out of the show that were bright spots, but this is the reason I'm glad the show is 2 hours, because if this were a 3-hour show, oh my god, I think I'd be annoyed. I think I'd be heavily annoyed. So that being said, NXT is NXT. No real issues or gripes there, unless you like really want to dig into the nitty gritty of things, which I'm not just gonna do right now because it's just like at this point it's just literally like being a smart and complaining because they literally put on TV every week where you're just like, I really can't complain. Like there was nothing truly offensive or egregious with these shows. You'd have to like really dig, and I mean dig in NXT to really find that. Lucha Underground is on its way back. From what I know, people on like sites like Reddit are complaining that this is a down season for Lucha. And it's not even over. It's not even halfway over. Ultimate Lucha hasn't even hit yet, so we don't even know. And confirmation of a season 4 hasn't even hit yet, so we don't know where that's going either. And that's. I mean, I still watch ROH pay-per-views. Marty Scurll joining the Bullet Club was pretty cool. You figured Adam Cole would have been at TakeOver, but he wasn't. The DIY breakup, it kind of sucks because the plan was for Johnny Gargano to be kayfabe off TV with injuries from Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso Ciampa's dealing with an ankle injury, so they can't really cash in with Tommaso from there. And then if you made that your main event angle in a tag team match, Tommaso would essentially be your top heel, right? But no, because your top heel is your champion, Bobby Roode. So where's NXT going with this? Although if I'm booking it, when they do get the face-off, I would have Tommaso win the first feud, and then when McIntyre beats Bobby Roode McIntyre beats Bobby Roode, I would have McIntyre and Tommaso go at it for a little bit on a program, maybe a couple of takeovers, and then eventually have it revolve back to Gargano, and Gargano win it from Ciampa. And then I don't know, maybe you could do something where you throw Gargano, Ciampa, and Aleister Black in there. Gargano and Ciampa are too obsessed with themselves. Aleister Black eventually does pick up the NXT Championship. At some point, Aleister Black has to win the NXT Championship. That's all I know. All roads lead back to Aleister Black at some point down the road. But Gargano and Ciampa, neither story. And I'm a huge advocate of it. I love those two, and I love the way that's going. And yeah, but well, I love the way that I love the way it has the. I love the potential of it. Is what I mean to say. But anyways, speaking of being childish and petty, by the way, I'm going to make the thumbnail of this video a picture of the girl making the stupidest face in the world. And it's going to say, Wheelie Gordon, because anytime, a little bit of backstory, that I did something, it was always Wheelie Gordon. So, there was a meme out of that, and that's going to be the thumbnail of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Remember, if you did, leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. It would really help because we're on our way to 100 subscribers. And I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, I would leave you with the thumbnail, but it's going to take me a second. So I would see you guys later tonight for the DIY Wrestling Podcast for SmackDown Live. See you.